So welcome to Boxing Media Hub. Luke with a bit of self-sponsorship there. Welcome to Boxing Media Hub, and you are here for another prediction show. We've been rolling them out, haven't we, Ender? We've been rolling them out, sponsored by Falcon Contracting and Price Global Solutions. Thank you very much to those guys for making it happen. Tyrone McKenna versus Lewis Crocker. That's what we're going for this time. Myself, Ender, and the sugar-free boxer, Luke Byrne. Yes, this is one we've all been looking forward to be fair. As I say, Tyrone McKenna, 27 fights, 23 wins, 1 draw, 6 knockouts. Lewis Crocker, 17 fights, 17 wins, 10 knockouts at the SSE Arena in Belfast on the 2nd of December on DAZN. Tyrone McKenna last out in August against Chris Jenkins, which he won on unanimous decision. Lewis Crocker last out in August as well against Mendoza, which he won on technical knockout round 4. Big shout out to Macy Green. Big shout out to you. Love
There's a person that can read names.
So, how are we going for it then? Tyrone McKenna, Lewis Crocker. Who wants this one first? Is it the man with the halo or the one without?
I think we should give it to Halo.
Halo.
Okay.
Over to you.
Or the Fez. This is wearing a Fez as well.
Fez.
Very small Fez.
Yeah, look, this is a cracker. Crocker.
Hey,
oh,
it's a cracker.
Yeah. Look, I think, this fight it's at 140, isn't it? It's at light welter.
I think so.
Yeah. I think Crocker, is big for the weight. As in he's not got as big a frame as Tyrone McKenna, who's tall and lanky, but I think he's a bigger individual, if that makes sense. He's more dense.
Yeah.
I think he'll bring a lot of power with him. I think he'll bring a lot of physical strength. And McKenna, he's rolled the dice a few times, has McKenna. Sometimes it's paid off financially. And then other times, he like fighting Prograis, for example, what wasn't the greatest move maybe for his career, but he's
sure financially it was though.
Oh yeah, but maybe not for his actual boxing. That put a lot of miles on the clock. And I don't think he'll want to get into too much of a scrap early with Crocker. I think he's going to want to box his way into this fight. And then I think it will catch fire, though. I think 3-4 rounds in, it's going to catch fire because McKenna's just too brave. And I'm sure, I'm going to be there on the night. So is Enda. That atmosphere is going to be amazing. I've never been to the SSE before, so I look forward to being in that Belfast crowd.
It's awesome. It's really good.
It's going to catch
fire. I was there for Kylie, and it was brilliant. And then I was there for Conlan's last fight in the SSE, and it was excellent as well. I mean, the ring entrance and everything's brilliant.
So, I'm sure that fight can't not catch fire. It has to.
Yeah.
And I think that favors Crocker. I really do.
Yeah.
In a slugfest, and I think it's a fight of two halves. I think McKenna can build up a great lead for himself early, but if he gets dragged into the dogfight, I think Crocker will get to him. And unfortunately, I'm rooting for McKenna here, but I do think Crocker's going to get to him late. I think he will get drawn into a dogfight, and I think it'll favour Crocker in a fight of the night.
Cool. EFB man.
Right. It's my turn to go.
Chuck any predictions in because they're starting to flow.
They really are starting to come in. Everything Luke said, of course, it's bang on the money. Of course it is. Luke knows his stuff when it comes to boxing and Irish boxing, especially. I mean, and we all know Irish people, we know what McKenna brings and Crocker to a lesser extent, but McKenna especially, the guy always entertains. He's a born entertainer, inside the ring, outside the ring. The guy's charisma to beat the band, and he will steal the show just by the very nature of himself. And one thing McKenna doesn't do is McKenna doesn't do easy fights, and he doesn't do boring fights. If he's gonna lose, he's gonna go out on his shield. You know what I mean? And I think, like Luke said, McKenna might build up a nice lead early on, but I mean, once Crocker starts putting the pressure on, McKenna won't retreat, and he won't circle, and he'll go for it. And whether he's strong enough to beat Crocker, or even not be stopped by Crocker, I don't know, However, the completely biased head in me says, maybe he'll just get through this, if it reaches the end, because I don't think McKenna could stop Crocker. I'll just say that. Then again, but I could definitely say, at least one of them will hit the canvas at one point, maybe both. But if it does happen, I can't see Crocker being stopped. I'm prepared to eat my words, and I'd love it if McKenna did stop him, but I don't see that happening. If there's a stoppage, I think it will be for Crocker. So with my big, huge biased hat on, well, it is big, huge head as well, but with my big, huge biased hat on, I am going to go for McKenna split decision.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, lovely. It's great to be in this position. Joel,
who's it going to be?
Do you know what? It's the sort of fight, listening to both of you lads, knowing about these fighters, it can go either way. It is one of those fights where, like Luke said, it's down the middle. This one's going to divide people. It's one of those fights. It's got dogfight written all over it. As you say, Crocker's got it in his locker. It says it in his record. But at the same time, we know McKenna. He's exactly what he says on the tin, isn't he? He, like Ender said, he'll come out and he doesn't back up. He will literally push and push and push. Could that be his downfall? Yes, but also could be his success. So for me, I'm going McKenna. I think he's going to do it. In my personal opinion. Joel? Sorry?
Is that heart over head?
No, do you know what? I genuinely I love what McKenna's about. I know he's one of these 100%. Guys where he's very much he's a Marmite guy. He's not everyone's he's not everyone's Marmite, is he? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You either love him or you hate him, but he is one of those guys that I genuinely love.
Have an opinion on him.
Well, like
100%. He makes the news, whether you like him or not.
Like McKenna is good enough to make this an easy fight for himself. He's got the ability to do that. But I just don't think up here.
But will he?
I don't think he's got the mentality to box to a 10 round, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have that discipline. Not with the crowd roaring and shouting and the way he likes to entertain. Absolutely. I think it's just going to be a scrap.
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know what? Fight of the night. But I just think, could it be the first time that Lewis Crocker gets stopped? I possibly think it could be, but I think it would be late on if it is going to be, because it's a case of how long can both of these guys go at it until someone drops, and it'll be late if someone does. Would I, like I said, and it would probably be the same with you two, would you be surprised if it went either way? No, we wouldn't, because I think it can. Like Ender saying, decision, it's there. So
the one thing, Joel, you did say it will be late. Just on that, I think if Crocker lands, Crocker could land a KO punch anytime, say between round 5 to the finish, but like he's got that power. But like that, if McKenna can avoid those big punches and get some of his own, he can wear Crocker down, But yeah, it really is fight of the night, and it's fight of the night on the night where there's a great load of fights. Like when I saw that card, I was on it quicker than Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn was on it with his own. You know what I mean? They snapped that up so quickly.
Yeah. Well, guys, before we go, Pam, Crocker round 5 TKO. Pam's going straight in. Thank you very much, Pam. Pam's become a regular.
5, so it's not outside the realms of possibility at all.
Yeah. We got Jamal Crocker, 4th round knockout. It's all happening here. Luke's nodding. SWS Boxing, big shout out to Little Sam. McKenna lost to Jenkins, in my opinion, but McKenna round 6 to 8. Ooh. Last big roll of the dice for McKenna. I'll let you tell him that one, Sam. Jamal as well. McKenna definitely needs a win, else his career is going nowhere, to be honest.
It's a crossroads fight for sure.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that. And
I wouldn't say it's going nowhere, but
no, but like
it's
very,
a big fight.
Yeah, very much like Sam Eggington, because he's entertaining. People will want him on the card.
There's fights. There's always going to be fights. He's one of those guys.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think he knows now he's never going to be like one of the 4 top.
So the question is he going to be in like a Joseph Laws bracket?
But like, I mean, he was going for the IBO in Dublin before that card was pulled. I don't think this is for the IBO, is it? No.
No, I don't believe so.
I think it's a 10-rounder. I don't think it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, you know, he knows his level, and he knows the IBO would be the title that he could get. But
yeah, he needs a big win though, else he'll become a bit of a journeyman, a test for the prospect. Well, journeyman's a bit.
I don't think he'd be. I don't even think he'd be a good journeyman.
Yeah. I think that's where Jamal's going, as opposed to, he'll be the gatekeeper for the guys coming up.
More active than journeyman. Journeyman's kind of brings brings young fellas through a fight, whereas he's not going to do that. You know, if he gets a young lad, he will spank him if he can.
I think if you beat someone like McKenna, that shows the level you're going to, as opposed to the level you're starting at. Yeah. But
always entertaining, and will always be, you know, a promoter will always be keen to have him on their card.
100%. Well, let us know in the comments. Leave us your predictions. Leave us what you think can really happen in this fight. As we say, Tyrone McKenna versus Lewis Crocker. Let us know the predictions. Hit the subscribe button. Check out the rest of the content as well. Thank you very much, Ender and Luke. And we'll be back shortly with another prediction. Until then, we're going to have this one. That's what I meant, bro. Definitely, I meant gatekeeper rather than journeyman. Don't worry, Jamal. We've got you. We've got you, mate. We know what you meant.
Just don't let it happen.
Until then,
you've been told.
Have some of this. Take care.
Love it.